All right, fresh cut, fresh reveals. Let's do this. What's a Megacon? Pretty exciting weekend all in all. The first thing we got to peep was the Age of the Primes, Heatwave and Skybite. I gotta admit, cool use of the Bulkhead mold, but I don't think he has a cool head from Bulkhead. His head, Heatwave's head. I don't know, I don't like it. Considering they're trying to G1ify things up, and what they did to some of the Prime characters, it just doesn't work for me. For me, it's an easy miss. If you love it, you get it, and I'm proud of you. As for Skybite, are there that many Skybite stands out there who are looking for another figure? Didn't we do a thrilling 30 Skybite? That wasn't that long ago, was it? 10 years or so, I guess. I do think he looks more like the cartoon model than any version of him that's come before. And it's really cool that the shark itself is quite articulated. But I don't know, I don't like him. I don't like his stupid sharp teeth. I don't like his color scheme. I hate his stupid wizard hat. Not for me. Because then we also got to see, which I think we might have peeped him before, but got to have a good look at Hook and Longhole, the Studio Series Commander class set for this year. Which, man, jury's still out on this new Devastator. I think I like it, but I also quite like the Combiner Wars one. You know what I mean? It's like, can we get Devastator? It's like, we've got Devastator at home. I will say this, if nothing else, that prototype looks very sturdy and very fleshed out. God, I don't know. It is a sign of the times, right, that you gotta buy him separately and he's gonna end up costing more than the Titan class one did back in the day. I wanna say that that was only like 5 or 6 years ago, but it's probably like 8 or 9 years ago. I don't know. Who knows with these things? It's horrible. It's horrible to think about. Don't think about it, just buy the new one and then everything's young and fresh. Also out of that weekend, we kind of got to see the back of Devastator, and I really hope that chunk hanging out of his lower back is just mistransformed and it's not built-in lumbar support, because it's hard to look at. I guess it'd be a cool action feature play handle. I don't know, man. We'll see. It was also cool getting to see Superion and some of the other Power of the Prime stuff. Age of the Primes? Power of the Primes. Age of the Primes. Particularly anytime we get another look at that Star Convoy. Oh, chef's kiss. I really can't wait to get it. I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I love Japanese G1. I love the designs. It's a weird figure. I got the original behind me somewhere there, and I'm real keen for this update. If nothing else, he's eye candy, right? Shelf appeal, potentially, over hand feel. Sometimes that's the way it goes. Then what I think is really exciting is getting to see the timelines thing that they're going to try and do. So they said that it's going to be the same 4 characters each time. I guess maybe they were loosely trying that with the reactivate stuff, 4 characters. But they've said that each year it's going to be Starscream, Bumblebee, Optimus, and Megatron, which as far as a character lineup I can live with. And they did also say that they were open to adding more characters should any particular timeline prove to be more popular than any other particular timeline. So Hearts of Steel is dope. I remember reading the comics, getting the trade paperback, and it having the concept art in there. It's just cool. It was a cool concept. The comic was kind of fun. I liked it. They should do what DC does and turn that into a little animated straight-to-streaming feature. I would watch the bejesus out of that. I do think that Prime's color scheme is maybe a little too saturated, and it makes him seem very, very much like a toy. Not in a toyetic way, just in a you are a toy, T-O-Y, toy kind of way. Just too bright. Ease it back a little bit. I also have some misgivings about them all being deluxe size. Should have been Voyager. Right? At least a Voyager. Leader, I would have done a Voyager Megatron with a Voyager Starscream as a pack, and then a Leader Optimus that came with a coal car to fill him out, because he looks a little stunted. And then he could have come with Bumblebee, who could be deluxe, and you could fill it out that way a little bit easier. But I do understand from a marketing perspective, 4 deluxes. That's what we're doing, that's what you get. And then the panel was, rounded out with some Space Bridge stuff, which is a feature that I still really like. I like the little tease, getting to see some toy art, concept art, whatever the art may be before we get to see the actual toy. Nothing blew me away, like the drones maybe. Seems like that's going to be some kind of 2-pack potentially because they're showing them together. What did pique my interest was Sideways. Cybertron Sideways. Love the original figure, the character was nuts. The idea that across the multiverse he's the same guy flicking in and out, love that for him. It'll be really interesting to see what they do. If they can basically match the original figure, get rid of some of the spring-loaded stuff because we don't do that no more. That's not how we play today. Chuck in some ankle tilts, extra articulation. You got yourself a stew going. And then, the big finish. People might have known this was coming. I didn't know that this was coming. I knew that it would be on the horizon that we'd get our next HasLab peak, but I didn't know it was going to be at WonderCon. Primarily, perhaps, because I didn't know that WonderCon was a thing. Now that I've said it twice in a row, I don't even know if it was called WonderCon. Megacon. It was called Megacon. Was this the first one? Someone tell me in the comments. But anyway, Chest Force for, legal reasons. I get it. It was a dud name. Some things are lost in translation. Chest Force does the job. Just like I think this HasLab is going to do the job. I'm really excited for it. It looks maybe like it's not going to be the most articulated combiner ever. I know they've tried to keep it pretty kibble free because the original was relatively kibble free and not much parts forming going on. They've got the thighs they've added in. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? In terms of how modern combiners have been going, that's, not too egregious an addition compared to your trailer or a extra chunk of plane or a second trailer. A lot of trailers. I'm here for it. I'm gonna back it. I'm really keen. Like I said, love Japanese G1. I think he was a really cool character. The fact that they're all like, Temu Soundwave with having their chest come off to be a little bro, love it. They do look a little hollow, a little blocky. I know it's the renders, and I find a lot of the time when you see the renders, the plastic looks cheap because it's not plastic, it's pixels. So we'll have to wait and see until there's like a prototype in hand. Maybe that's coming up at a con or a festival, imminently. But for now, based off what we have seen, I'm gonna back it, and I'm happy to do so. And that's that. Were you, like me, excited by what you saw? Hearts of Steel, Chest Force, love it. Heatwave, can skip it, but that's okay. Hit me up in the comments below, let me know what you're thinking. Were you overwhelmed, underwhelmed, just whelmed? I wanna know. So until the next one, let's get nerdy with it. Catch.